We have new Bradley Manning news. That's where I want to start today on this Wednesday. Army Private First Class Bradley Manning, as we've been covering, has been in a trial at Fort Meade, Maryland, over documents that he leaked to WikiLeaks. And we have gotten past the verdict where he pled guilty to some counts. He was found not guilty of aiding the enemy. And then there were a number of charges that he was found guilty of some and pled guilty to some. The news is as follows. Number one, the maximum possible sentence. We don't actually know the actual sentence yet, but the maximum possible sentence has been reduced to 90 years. This is a result of the judge deciding that some of the charges that were separate in the indictment are actually kind of the same thing. So some of them have been combined, and that drops the maximum possible sentence from 136 years to 90 years. Now, given his age, given the fact that he is, in his mid-20s, he realistically could spend most or all of his life in prison, depending on, if you get 90 and then get that cut in half versus 136 and having that cut in half, that can start to make a difference depending on what appeals and what else may happen in the future. So that's kind of to be determined. The sentencing is now in its second week, so soon, presumably, we will know what is the actual sentence for Bradley Manning. The other bit of news is that last night, Bradley Manning's father, Brian Manning, did an interview with Anderson Cooper on CNN. And in that interview, he actually said, "I believe my son is innocent. In spite of the fact that he's been convicted, in spite of the fact that he's pled guilty to some things, I believe that he is innocent." And the fascinating thing is the reason why. It's not he doesn't think that his son would do this or any other such thing. The reason, he says, is he just can't understand how someone could get more than 700,000 documents from a classified computer network and give them to WikiLeaks without being detected. So his dad is kind of making the case of, how could he really have done this without anybody noticing? It just doesn't make sense. It must have been either someone else or maybe a setup, I would infer that he's implying. Now, what does Bradley Manning say about this? He says the way he did this was he downloaded stuff onto his workplace computer, transferred it onto CDs, and then used his personal computer to send stuff to WikiLeaks. His father also says that Bradley was grandstanding when he said he leaked the information to expose government wrongdoing. Very, very interesting interview. I encourage you to watch it. We're not going to play clips because, just to be perfectly honest, sometimes when we use those types of interviews on the show, we kind of know what sources are very stingy about copyright law. And even though I think we would be perfectly well within fair use to use those clips, we don't want to be causing problems. So in any case, it's quite an extensive interview. Look it up, Anderson Cooper, Brian Manning. Check it out on YouTube or the CNN website, wherever it is that you can legally watch it without breaking anyone's copyright, because that's very, very important. I want to talk about another aspect of this, though. What about all of those individuals? We're talking about the Bradley Manning sentencing, conviction, and trial. What about the individuals seen in, like, for example, the video that Bradley Manning leaked, extrajudicially killing individuals? No word on any charges there. How about those who actually committed the embarrassments, the war crimes, the scandals that we learned about through Bradley Manning's releases? When are the charges coming there? When is the disciplinary action happening there? This is like blaming only the drug test for someone doing drugs and never actually doing anything about the individual caught doing drugs. To use kind of a crude analogy, I don't ask because it's a mystery why nothing has happened. It's really not. The answer is those who committed the acts have enough power and are in positions of power where they can focus the blame, or at least hide in the background while the blame is focused on the messenger, in this particular case, Bradley Manning, not denying that Bradley Manning, factually speaking, broke laws. But that's still an open question. What, if anything, is going to happen to all the people involved in the things that WikiLeaks, through Bradley Manning's documents, were able to release and inform people about? Open question.